Welcome back after the break, Dean. It's wonderful to have you on this set of Close Encounter. Recently, U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton took a wonderful initiative to convert Kolkata into a regional hub against human trafficking, with the effort to raise awareness amongst people and the government about this issue. What are the other parallel such initiatives that you're taking?
Sure. Well, first off, let me just make a comment about human trafficking, because it is an area that we care so very deeply about and that the Secretary has been particularly passionate about, both during her visit and in her travels all over the world. And we're particularly proud, I would say, of the cooperation and interaction that we've had with the state, with the police, with the NGOs, and different groups that are working on this challenge. And I would just want to take an opportunity to encourage everyone, all of your viewers, to make themselves more aware of this issue, the challenges that are out there, and the real tough situation that it poses, especially for the children and the women that have been trafficked and put into some pretty horrible situations. Nevertheless, I do feel like we're making a difference and we're having great success on that front. Some of the other areas that we would like to work on, I had a wonderful visit yesterday with the State AIDS Council here in Nagaland,
Right.
and with the, I visited a Naga Mothers Association program for AIDS orphans.
Mm-hmm.
And these are some great people doing some great work on this important issue, and coming right on the heels of UN AIDS Day. I think we're focused in a very big way on building an AIDS-free generation, like the President and the Secretary and the UN Secretary General have called for. At the same time, I think it's very important we remember we still have a lot of people in our communities living with these challenges and with this disease. And I would encourage people to become as aware as possible of what what's involved. One, so we can stem the spread. Two, so we can build this AIDS-free generation. But most importantly, so we realize that the people that are suffering from this are our friends and our colleagues and people we need to care for and maintain contact with, and that we don't need to be worried about them at all, and that there's a great opportunity for all of us to serve in that particular area.
Yes, but Northeast has equal concern about the overuse of drugs, by the younger generation.
Absolutely.
I mean, that could be one parallel exercise that you can undertake.
I think we will definitely look for opportunities to participate in that, both in the enforcement, the treatment, the raising awareness front. I agree with you. There are a number of challenges in that area as well, and I think we could look to build some really great partnerships. And I think through some of our visitor leadership programs, we may be able to help empower people that are working on that front as well.
That's right. How do you view Northeast and East as a destination for U.S. tourists?
I view it as a great destination for U.S. tourists. I think this part of India is one of the most beautiful, clearly one of the most diverse from an ethnic mix of people and tribal backgrounds, religions, everything else. I would really encourage people to take advantage of opportunities to come for things like the Hornbill Festival here. I think my family and I have visited Kaziranga on a couple of occasions up in Assam. We've visited Shillong and seen the beautiful hill areas that are part of this region. It's spectacularly beautiful, it's interesting, and it's a great place to visit. Right.
So you visited Assam, Nagaland, and Meghalaya. What about the other states? What about Sikkim and the Mizoram, Tripura?
I've been to Mizoram, I've been to Tripura, I've been to Arunachal Pradesh.
And you've been to Sikkim?
I've not been to Sikkim yet. I hope to do that soon.
Yes, that's another beautiful state.
Yes, I was in Darjeeling, and you could see across how beautiful it is.
So why don't you share some of your impressions about the Northeast with us?
Absolutely. One, let me just spend a few minutes talking about the Hornbill Festival and this particular trip, because it was really, to use a colloquial American term, mind-blowing in some ways, to go to the inaugural function and see all of the tribes from Nagaland coming together, doing their traditional dances, but also doing so in a way that showed their unity and their desire to come together as a larger Naga people. I think that all of the different events surrounding the festival really showcased so much of what the Northeast has to offer, some of which are areas we've partnered with. So for example, I got to flag off the cycle rally for bicyclists who went from Kohima
Right.
to Dimapur. I got to open as the chief guest the Hornbill Music Festival, which had some of the most spectacular vocalists I've heard in a long, long time. In
Really?
fact, we were just telling you, even the chief minister and many people in the government here are big singers themselves, and we all did some singing on the last night at our farewell party. So
Absolutely.
it's really been a wonderful experience. In addition to Hornbill, we had a great time to move around and just meet people through town. At church on Sunday morning, at some of the meetings that we had with different civil society groups. I'm so impressed with the initiatives that are being taken by young people, by non-governmental organizations, and by the committed people in the state government that are working on so many challenges.
Right. So how do you think we could increase this partnership between the Northeast and the United States and take it ahead?
Well, one thing I would like to encourage everybody to do is continue to be in dialogue with us through all of the means that we have. We were on the drive down thinking about the number of times different officers from the consulate have come through the region, and we do come several times a year, and we are looking for ways to get more involved. In fact, in a couple of weeks, we're going to be doing some programming in Guwahati for Experience America Days, where we will be bringing a lot of people from the consulate to talk about different issues and provide different tastes, if you will, of life in America. And so we think programs like that are very effective. I would also, again, I mentioned Facebook earlier, I would encourage people to friend us on Facebook and communicate with us there. I also tweet regularly, and I have actually a nice dialogue going with many people in the Northeast. I tweet from the handle @Dean Thompson, and we also tweet from the consulate at US and Kolkata.
Okay.
So all of those are ways that people can stay in touch with us, and I hope that we'll continue to engage through participation in our International Visitor and Leadership Program, through our education dialogue programs that are going on. We've had representatives from the Northeast participate in our Autumn Music Festival every year, which is a huge hit. In fact, I believe the winners last year were from the Northeast. So we look forward for all kinds of different ways to keep engaged.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Dean Thompson. It's been a pleasure having you on the set of Close Encounter.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure, and I appreciate the opportunity from Frontier TV.
Thank you.